Fantastic backcourt facing off tonight in this one, Smitty. Let me ask you, do you think this is a guard-centric league right now?
Kevin, it is. And no matter how tall you are and what position, pretty much 90% of the guys now can dribble, they can pass, they can shoot. We have guys that are 7-footers that we're calling guards. And so I think right now this is a guard-oriented league.
Here's Walker. Gallinari. To the paint. 5 on the clock. Left side, Walker. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. Here's Davis. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry.
A good find by Kyle Lowry. Doesn't always get enough credit for his vision.
Outside, Walker. Gallinari outside. Pass to Ross. Just 5 on the clock. Here's McCollum. He's off on that one. Nice D from Fournier. Banked in off the glass.
Unselfish play by Davis. He understands that his scoring can only take this team so far. He needs help from the guys around him.
Now, here is Gallinari. And it goes down 2 points.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively. Not a fan of those kinds of passes.
It's been a quick start here for Chicago. Up top, Canner. Pass to Davis. Outside for Lowry. And the 3-ball is good.
So often, Lowry's the guy setting up other guys on this type of play. This time, he finishes with a catch and shoot.
For 3, Ross gets the 3-pointer to fall.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
Back to Lowry. The 3. Another 3 for Chicago.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league. Well, the Bulls for so long were known as a tough rebounding team. Not the case anymore.
Yeah, you think of the last time the Bulls were a playoff mainstay. Rebounding was key. Now it's a weakness of their team. Dead last in the league in creating second chance points.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Gallinari outside. And another 3 for Detroit.
When you're talking about Gallinari, he's always been a solid three-point shooter. Very consistent over the course of his career.
Now here is Lowry. He's got 6. And Jeremy Grant picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Pass to Davis. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That is his first foul of the game. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. To the middle. Davis in the corner. 6 to shoot. 3-pointer, Lowry. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Hey, a part of being a good floor general is understanding when it's your shot to take. Nice read by Lowry.
Now here is Harris. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Grant from past the arc. The shot's good on the assist by Walker.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money. And they are shooting the lights out from distance here early.
Grant, right side. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
Unforced errors. These are the kinds of things that break momentum.
The Bulls leading by 7. And Cantor now top the key. .133 left to play in the first quarter. For 3, Harris. Galloway, no good. And here's Grant. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. And you see Jeremy Grant on this team. He means so much more than just his stats.
He's a fantastic glue guy, and his teammates talk about how unselfish he is on the floor. Great team player and an even better chemistry guy off the court.
Now Gallinari following the miss by Kyle Lowry from deep. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That is his first foul of the game. And the Bulls making a change here. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And you talk about shot makers. C.J. McCollum, one of the best in the game. From mid-range, you could argue he's the best, flat out.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. And Davis puts it in.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the neck.
Pistons trail by 6. McCollum outside. Grant outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Grant's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Pistons. Davis gets a wide open look. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Walker, and the layup falls.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
Yeah, both teams in the zone early. Stops have been almost impossible to come by.
Pass to Gasol. Here's Davis. 4 seconds left. Offensive rebound. And Grant sends it back. Kyle Lowry firing on all. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. Looking at what we've seen for the Bulls, what do you guys think?
Throughout the first quarter, they did a great job of just running the offense.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified the right matchups, and the execution is there.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kyle Lowry is hard-nosed, as we all know, and if you ask him, it comes from his upbringing in Philadelphia. Lowry said, a Philly player is what a basketball player is. We played on concrete. You got to be mentally tough. You're not trying to be athletic. You get hit the wrong way, you run into a metal pole. Kevin, that's what made him. From Philly to Villanova to Toronto to an NBA champion.
I don't know about running into the metal pole, but that sounds painful. But he's certainly as tough as he can be. David, thank you.
Last year, an 8th seed finish for the Detroit Pistons. Had to work for it, battling it out to the very end of the season. Their 500 record of 41-41 was just enough to get in.
And here's Gasol outside. The Pistons leading. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gallinari.
Careless turnover. You lose focus for even a moment in this league. That's the result.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. And Davis, here we go. Evans trying to get open. Can't get the reverse layup to fall. And Smitty, last season for the Pistons, a short playoff trip as they were swept by Milwaukee, but still a learning experience.
Kevin, getting this team back to the playoffs was the first step. the young players learned a valuable lesson. It's all about changing the mindset and culture of this team. Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
It's Davis on the wing. Shoots over Oubre. Gasol. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Interesting about Gasol, he's been a much more prolific rebounder over the second half of his career. Maybe just from getting stronger over that time.
When it comes to just the love for the game, Smitty, does every NBA player have to have that, or is it possible to not love the game, embrace the game, and work through it in that way?
You know, I think 90% of the guys have a love for the game. I think there are some guys that just don't love it, but they play it. And there's nothing wrong with that, as long as it doesn't, I guess, spill over to the guys that love it. There are some plays, I played with some players, after they left the gym, they didn't think about a game, of watching the game, playing the game, but when they're on the court, they gave 110% effort. There's some guys that just love it, and there's some guys that just like it.
But I know you, and you loved the game.
I still love it, Kevin. Still love it.
I know you do. I know you do. Now, here's Lowry. 9 points in the game so far. From the corner, it's rebounded by Brunson.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Here's Brunson. To the inside. And the basket by McCollum. Now it's a 5-point Piston lead.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Down low. Gasol with the steal. Lowry drives in. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And over the last few seasons, Kyle Lowry's scoring trending downward. His assists increasing, though, dramatically, relying more on his teammates to get the job done.
And so he makes both from the line. And we've seen Lowry settling for more perimeter shots in recent years.
I mean, he's always had a great motor, but you have to adapt as you get older. Some back issues starting to creep in, and important for him to stay healthy along the way.
Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Hayes.
Well, he was red hot in the first quarter. Hit 3 threes. Now suddenly struggling to find the range.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
They're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they can turn a small lead into a big one.
And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That'll be his second foul of the game. Detroit making a switch here. Out to Harris. Outside Fournier. 6 on the shot clock. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Drains it from beyond the arc. 9 points for Davis.
I love this from Anthony Davis. His shot is so fluid. Great mechanics off the catch. Such a well-coordinated athlete.
Now here's Brunson. No good off the back of the rim. Bulls trail by 4. Harris inside the line. And his third shot of the night, no good, 0 for 3. To the left side wing. Cleveland. And Davis sends it back.
What's crazy about AD as a shot blocker, he can block your shot at all 3 levels.
And finished off by Oubre.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Fournier for 3. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. Here's Ross. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Nice play there from Terrence Ross to create something on the trip and earn his way to the line.
And a different look here for the Pistons. He hits both from the stripe.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Pass to Davis. Plenty of space. Good, and it's Perea who picks up the assist. Davis has got 5 points in the quarter.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
And a wide open look for Walker. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Detroit with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. Back right after this. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Now here's Walker. Gallinari outside. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Now last season, a bit of a renaissance for Gallinari.
And the way Gallinari stepped up last season, Kevin, was a big reason the Clippers were as strong as they were. Now, on the other side of 30, he's been playing some of his best basketball here of late.
Now, here's Lowry. Pass to Canner. Shoots over Grant. Cantor's shot is off.
And they continue to control the glass.
McCollum, no good.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
The advanced skill set of AD. When he gets to feeling good, he's a really hard guy to stop.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Dwayne Casey was the 2018 Coach of the Year, but as we all know, he was fired after that same season by the Raptors. Casey's found a home in Detroit. Casey said, "I have no regrets." Winston Churchill said, "Success consists of going from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm." And that's what I've done. So, Kevin, Dwayne Casey is still pounding the rock.
He sure is, and I like that Churchill quote as well. Thanks, David. Pistons leading by 5. Back to Walker. Lays it up off the glass. Walker's got his second basket.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Outside for Davis. Here's Cantor. Got a piece of it. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. Good on the shot. Gallinari's got the lead up to 9 now for the Pistons.
Against physical D, Gallinari with the improved strength and body control to finish.
And the first timeout of the game called for Chicago.
And the Bulls had Boylan step in as an interim coach last season, Smitty, but decided to give him the keys to the car this year as well.
A surprise move as Boylan immediately was at odds with the players. Management sided with the coach. Interesting message to send to a young team looking to develop.
Outside for Davis. Here's Galloway. A three-pointer, no good.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Good on the bucket. And now it's an 11-point Piston lead.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Here's Evans. No good there. Some solid defense from Gallinari. And McCollum with the slam.
Gallinari, very unselfish, draws a lot of defensive attention, which often leads to open teammates.
And Jeremy Grant picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
A nice shot by Barea.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Pass to McCollum. Gasol with the steal. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Davis has got 5 points in the quarter.
And that's how they're going to trim this lead. Play tough D, force some turnovers, and then push it in transition.
Back to Walker. Gasol with the steal.
Yeah, that one put them over the limit, and it's so early that if they're not careful, this could turn into a parade at the free throw line.
The Bulls shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Steve, we're seeing teams around the league putting up a lot of three-point shots. I'm sure you would have enjoyed playing in this era so much with that green light shooting three.
I would, Kevin. Getting a chance to shoot maybe 5 or 6 more three-point field goal attempts takes your numbers up. But I also think a lot of these teams are copycats. Everybody can't shoot the three. Work on your game and what's best for you.
And really credit their advantage on the backboard. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control. And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
And it's Davis missing. Pistons leading by 8. McCollum scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
One criticism of Jim Boylan before getting extended was his offense. All too slow and too methodical. He addressed that this offseason by getting a top assistant to redesign the offense.
Now, here's Lowry. 11 points in the game. From deep. And he's good on the 3-ball. Lowry's got 14.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
And Steve, for Boylan, a first-time head coach, a smart move to shore up his...
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
I mean, all period, it's been a struggle for him scoring the ball.
Oubre, left side. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. Here's Fournier.
It all started with Lowry's steal. His ability to lock in and defend makes him special.
Pass to Hayes. In the corner, it's Kleba. Nailed from three-point land. He has 5.
He's an asset in helping space the floor. He has tremendous touch from range.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Pass to Hayes. From outside the arc. Bulls trail by 10. Jumps up. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Enes Kanter.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Detroit shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
Here's Lowry, and he makes good on the layup. Lowry's got 5 points now this quarter.
And if you needed a reminder as to why Lowry's an all-star, check the scoring column.
The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter.
Here we go now.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Bulls trail by 8. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. And that'll be his third foul so far. Davis inside. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. And Kyle Lowry, good for 3. Lowry's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Bulls. Grant outside. It's McCollum on the wing. Pass to Grant. Molinari with it. Lowry covering. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And McCollum puts up a deep 3. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Great vision there from Ross to find the open man.
There's Galloway. Fires for 3. Molinari with the rebound.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
And his rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
It's a matter of want to. Helping out, contesting shots. You have to want to make the effort.
So both teams changing it up here. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Jim Boylan talking with his team. He's not happy with what he says are late rotations defensively against their three-point shooters. And then at the offensive end, he wants his guys to get their own shots within the rhythm and flow of the offense. Kevin?
I'll tell you what, you appreciate Robin Lopez's energy and his toughness.
Pass to Evans. And Bjelica has it in the corner. A shot by Lowry. Wide open. It's good from long range. Lowry's got 8 points here in this quarter. Now here's Walker. They double team Walker. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish.
Even though he missed it, this is the exact play your offense is designed to produce.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And it's McCollum in the corner. Launches a 3. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. 24 points for C.J. McCollum. The drive by Lowry. Misses from close range.
Meeting right at the rim, he typically converts in those situations. Not this time.
Here's Lopez. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Back to Lopez. Got a hand on it. And he's able to get it back. And the shot goes in. And now it's a 10-point Detroit lead.
You love the way Robin Lopez just goes after those missed shots. That's where he can do damage.
Chicago calls timeout. The short rest, very important, and one of the benefits of this part of the game is getting on the same page with your team while having the chance to hydrate with Gatorade. Replenish your energy for the late game push. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Inside. Outside Fournier. And they double up Davis. Stripped away. Oubre with it. Picked up by Harris. And the basket by McCollum.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Defensively, Smitty, why do we see more full-court press in college than we do in the NBA?
You know, the guards are better at the NBA level, and I think also your five-man, who usually a guy who can't bring it up, they're pretty good at the NBA level. Just overall, Kevin, the skill level at the NBA level is better in college, so you can't really trap guys and pick on one guy who's not equipped.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
Outside Fournier. Chicago with a new 14. And Lowry has it in the corner. Stolen by McCollum. It's tipped. Grant with the ball. Picked up by Davis. Ross, that's good.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They came in focused and they've executed.
And another turnover here by Chicago. .137 left in the fourth quarter. And he finishes nicely on the layup. And the Pistons lead by 17.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Pistons.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
Yeah, Kevin, every time they left a man open deep, he'd get a good shot at the basket. Didn't hesitate, and that aggression paid off.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for C.J. McCollum.
High-level shot making, what we got a chance to witness. He responded to good defense with better offense time and time again. Well, the Pistons are starting to embrace the deep ball. First year under Coach Casey, they shot many more threes. Went from middle of the pack in 2018 to 6th overall last year.
And the call will be against Harris. That is his first foul of the game. Kicks it out to McCollum. Back to Ross. Harris on the double team. To the paint. Clock at 6. Pass to Gallinari. Over Gasol. And Detroit again with the bucket.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish. I can't believe that went in, and I don't think he can either.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. And Gasol comes to help. Right side to Walker. Gallinari with it. Shoots over Barea. And it's Gallinari missing. From deep. No good there. And so Detroit takes this one by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for